5 years ago this June, 40-year-old Paul Winter was killed while rollerblading here in Anchorage, along this street, Cordova, between 9th and 10th Avenues.
What a special person he was. He was the light of our family. He just lit up a room when he came into a room.
His mother, Bonnie Steinreed, seeing her son's killer sentenced after a plea deal just days ago.
It was draining for the entire family, so we're all glad that it's over.
But his mom isn't the only person Winter left behind. His father had already passed, but he had a brother and was married, and had his baby girl, who was just 3 years old at the time of his death.
She looks like him. She's very outgoing, like he was, a very funny sense of humor. Yeah, there's a lot about her that I see Paul in. And she misses her dad very, very much. She has a lot of memories. Even though she was only 3 years old when this happened, she has lots of memories of him, and she calls him her superhero dad.
And she is a big part of why Steinreed is on a mission now. She wants a law put in place to require child support from people convicted of deadly crimes involving impaired driving.
So, of course, money cannot bring your loved one back, and neither can the amount of time served, but it can make things easier on the family.
Beyond that, she wants sentencing ranges changed and a vehicular homicide statute to be created in Alaska.
There is not a vehicular homicide law in the state of Alaska. That needs to change.
Deputy Attorney General John Skidmore of the Department of Law's Criminal Division says that Alaska is one of only a few states in the entire U.S. that lumps vehicular homicide into other categories rather than being its own. Here, the criminally negligent homicide, manslaughter, and Murder 1 and Murder 2 statutes are used to address it instead.
A vehicle driven by someone causes the death of another person other than the driver. That's referred to as vehicular homicide. And with the exception of all about 3 or 4 states, every other state in the country has a specific statute to address that conduct, and therefore specific sentences to address that conduct.
And as it was with the original establishment of presumptive sentences and sentencing ranges, changing them requires the power of the state legislature.
A decision for each state legislature to make and to implement in their state for what they think is most appropriate there.
It's a task Steinreed isn't shying away from, and half a decade after the death of her son, isn't giving up on.
That's what I base my hope in, is that there'll be changes for other families after we've gone through this. And it's happening. It just happens over and over and over. This is what's going to help bring some closure in this whole tragedy, is knowing that something positive has come out of it.